Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to No Man's Land. We just finally got done raking up, or I'm sorry, not raking up, windrowing all this grass because we are short on funds, to put it mildly. We are sitting about a little over 1,100 bucks. 1,104 is the exact amount right now. We need to go up to the store and pick up our baler. But first, I'm going to disconnect this. I'm also going to turn around, drop this off somewhere. I think I'll drop it off over here so I can actually see where it's at. Yeah, since we own 25 and 26, we basically have mowed up all the grassy area, even down behind the barn over here. We were just over here. The only thing we didn't really do is remove any trees. We did take care of all the shrubs and bushes that were out there in the field. So yeah, we're kind of trying to make some progress here. We do have oilseed radish planted in this field to the right, and that's just kind of a cover crop to get us through the winter so we can actually plant what we want in the springtime. It is September 1st, about to be September 2nd here in a couple hours. I'm trying to make sure that we beat any incoming weather. I haven't looked at the weather app yet, but it's getting to be fall, and a lot of times that means rain. Rain and cooling temps. Granted, at 7:15 at night, we're sitting pretty nice at 73 degrees. Looks like we may have a low of like 59 tonight, so not too shabby. Almost with what I'm experiencing here in the real world. I like this time of year. Humidity hasn't had a chance to skyrocket yet. It's nice and warm during the day. At the same time, at night, I don't really need to run any heat. Don't need to run any AC. I can have the windows wide open. Have a little bit of a chill come into the overnight. But that's what an extra blanket or two will do for you. Or, in my case, occasionally throw the dog under the blanket and I have a little space heater. So I hope every single one of you is having a fantastic week. I'm just kind of getting back into the groove of things at my paying gig after being off for a week. I've been back about a week and a half, well, half a week. Let me get that straight. Half a week I've been back, so yeah. So this particular baler I do love, by the way. If you guys are a fan of the channel, you've seen me use it many times before. When it comes to small balers, this is my go-to. I just love this setup. We may end up having to take the chute off because I'm not sure exactly how many bales we're going to be getting. There's going to be, I think the hedgerows that we did are going to require probably close to, I think, 2, maybe even 3 passes. I'm just getting connected up to that. Let me check on something here. Alright, so the way I have this set up, we have twine in the front. This baler does take twine. So it's just as simple as that, getting it filled back up. And I love it. Because I don't actually have to, pull up to anything. I have my supply with me. So if we end up going through this supply, that's going to be kind of crazy in my opinion. But I'm hoping that we can... I haven't even... I know it's not accepted here. I'm not trying to sell it. Let's see here. Can I know I can... Oop. It's not gonna let me do it. What I'm trying to do is shrink the... And I am selected on the trailer. I thought this actually shrunk up a little bit on us. Or had the option to. And all this is doing is dealing with the door and whatnot on the cabin. That doesn't do anything for us. That one doesn't do anything for us. Oh well. Let's get back to the farm and get going on this. And yes, I am pulling John Deere equipment with a case. But surprisingly enough, it's not the case that I normally enjoy using. Alright, we are just pulling back up into the farmyard. We gotta go through the farmyard to get back to where I'm wanting to start doing our bales. But I'm really hoping that these smaller bales that we're going to be making are going to be able to go into our storage over here. Something tells me it probably won't be the case, and we may have to just try to sell direct. And that's kind of what I need to fix that. Didn't realize that was that big of a drop. Let's get this unfolded here. Yeah, we're gonna Un momento, por favor. Well, this ain't working out the way I expected it to. I don't know if there was an update to it or what, but this is not working the way it should be. Let's see here. Alright, get them all unloaded. Because it should be unloading as they're coming off the baler, but they're not. At least not until they hit... Yeah, something ain't right here. Because I have auto bale. Oh, Lord. I swapped out the trailer because the other one wasn't working at all. Like, it needed to be manually loaded. Even though it said auto load, so I couldn't quite get that to work right. Yeah. I'm kind of failing at this today. So what we're going to do is probably not what I'm wanting to, because I believe, yeah, I have that. So until I can figure out exactly how I want to handle that, we're just gonna use the baler as is and not worry about the auto loading trailer, because it's not working like the way it used to for me. And we're gonna have a crap ton of bales off this field too. I mean, you can just see just how quickly they're coming out. And I'm surprised that this baler is actually getting most of this swath. I was not expecting that, to be completely honest with you. And if I didn't have this leased, I would actually have that ramp that's coming out the back set up to actually drop them onto the field instead of just kind of throw them like it is. But thankfully the twine is actually working out quite well. I may not have to do, well, I'm probably going to come through and do a pass after we get these bales off the field. I need to figure out if I have access to a trailer that will allow me to, or I might just use the one we got and just kind of figure it out as we go. Because something's not right with it. Before, it would actually do the job and do it right. but I'm kind of short on funds as it is, so I really don't want to be playing around too much. I may fiddle around with a few things off camera, try to get things squared away in that regard off camera, and that way make it to where until we can get it figured out, I'm gonna have to get it resolved monetarily. Basically cheat the money in and make it to where we're not losing anything. I am just leasing this equipment, so I'm not going to try to make it to where I can purchase it by any means. Well, I might do my testing, but we will see from there. In which case, I may just make it a loan and make it happen that way. And then I'll just take it out. But again, we will see. I apologize. I thought I had this all set up and ready to go for you, but I don't. Ah. And why is it telling me to refill the baler? You're not going to let me do it. But I can only redo it, fill it after I've used it all. Okay. So we're already up to 120 bales. And we haven't even made it a full half turn around our headland. Now keep in mind this headland pass is probably equivalent to 5 passes with our windrower. And it's basically just equivalent to the width of the tractor. Maybe a little bit wider. Basically I did 3 directions going one way to bring it in from the edge of the field. Then I did like another 2, might have been 3 passes to bring it from towards the inside of the field, or from the inside of the field towards the existing windrow that I already had started. Just to give us some space from doing the inside passes is kind of how I had that set up, or was my mindset. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come back through because this is a lot of grass I'm leaving on the field, and I'm not talking about the bales. See those spots there? Yeah, I've been seeing that. I've been seeing stripes, kind of like what's right there that we just missed. So this baler, while I love it when it works right with the trailer, I kind of wish the trailer had a back hookup, rear hookup, so you could have several different of those trailers. Not when you're doing the baling part of it, but so once you actually have everything baled and you have everything collected, you could just connect it all into basically a train and haul it to wherever you need it to go. And maybe that's the idea of having some of those other trailers. And it may look into that. But I do want to see if we can actually store these in our shed. Not necessarily for this time, because we may get a decent amount off this grass. Let's see here, because I am curious. Yeah, grass is buying at the farm shop for $57.14, even though it's selling for $154. Holy crap! Do I have any other options? I don't think I do. Those are hay pellets. Yeah, I mean, I do have the option. If I want to, I can get a tedder. I can turn this into hay if I want to. And that may be something I do in the future. I may split these fields and do half grass, half hay. See how that does for us in terms of funds. And I may also just decide to say screw it and make half of it into a tillable ground, arable ground, and just plant something in it. But part of me wants to see exactly how we can do with getting these bales and going about that route. But I did have the trailer set up for just auto loading without having to do all the special buttons and whatnot. For whatever reason, I went back through, was trying to look at all of the different keystrokes that I have in my help file. I'll just put it that way. Basically, when you come all the way, scroll all the way down here, this file. I kind of went through all of this, tried to figure out, you know, looking at all these different ones that I have, and it's just kind of dependent on all the mods that I have in my folder, all the active mods for this game, save play, or save game, whatever you want to call it. And I just was getting frustrated a little bit more than I probably should have. So, yeah. Oh, I know up here behind the shed that we built, I think our bales are going to skyrocket with that. If it's this quick here, because I basically made that entire little section, got all that grass into one row. Most of it into one row. So if I thought I was missing a bunch here, that's going to be crazy. Okay, I think after this pass, we're going to disconnect the baler. We're going to hook up to that trailer, see what we can do with that. Getting all these bales collected. It's going to be quick fill up. It may take us maybe 3 or 4 trips. I don't remember how many that holds. I want to say like 50. And considering we're already at 262. 270. Alright, section isn't near as bad as I thought. It's still crazy with all this grass, but these bales are just flying everywhere out of the back of this. And I can't change it because I have at least. Lease to own. Gotta love it. And I think I might kind of make a stipulation for a lot of my game saves. Is that because I have that lease to own option, I kind of like using that because instead of just paying for something outright, you're making a payment. And I do like that aspect. I kind of wish they had it in the base game where you have that as an option instead of just outright having to pay for something. So I do kind of treat that as just like a vehicle payment. And yes, I know there's arguments that vehicle payments are bad and blah, blah, blah for your credit rating, this, that, and everything else. But to be honest, this is a game, and I just kind of like that aspect. I know I talked about and mentioned it before, but that's just my thinking. Take it or leave it. It's like all I am is a simple little content creator. I have no real say in a lot of things. Alright, so for that full round, we have done... Let's get this little bit of grass up through here. Because why not? We're currently sitting at 313 bales, 313. And after I collect all those bales, this is basically what I'm going to be doing, is getting the rest of the grass that's just sitting on the field. So... Man, I forgot just how much light that puts out. And I do really like having... Oh, it is taking straight from there. That's cool. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just using it as it went, but it's actually taking from there. Because I actually haven't filled it. Or hit the button to force it to fill. Alright, I'm going to pull this out. Actually, I need to raise that because it's catching on all those bales. And let's get this unloaded here real quick. Why are you still on here? Well, at least it's picking up correctly this way. Let's face the right direction. It's really causing my game to go, whoa! Then again, there's also quite a few bales out in the field here. Look at them all. I knew I was kicking them out, but geez. Oh, get up and over. Why? What? No. And when I do it that way, of course it's gonna go, yeah, we're just gonna not do it nice and neat. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Of course. Oh. Lord have mercy. People putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold. Perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside. Yeah, I wanted to just do bales. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument or just the start of it? You're supposed to be picking these up there, dude. What's going on? Why aren't you picking them up? Or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world was strong. I am gonna freak out here. Alright, I'm gonna go continue messing with this, trying to get this figured out. I apologize, guys. I know I'm not a big fan of trying to record in the dark for you guys either. So I kind of failed on at least 2 different fronts. I didn't have things planned out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I will try to work on this and get it ready for our next video. The grass will be done by the next video, by the way. I just don't know what I'm going to do for the next week's video for this map. We'll kind of play it by ear. But anyway, guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just a few here and there. If you already subscribed, guys, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And if you made it this far, I definitely appreciate it, whether you're subscribed or not. But if you're not subscribed, if I can talk right today, and you made it this far, why aren't you subscribed? Either that, or maybe you just have it on for background noise, in which case, still, probably not a bad idea to subscribe at that point. Why can't I get that out right? I'm struggling today, guys. So definitely with that, we'll catch you next episode. So take care. Peace. Way back before we blew it all.